The latest distressing evidence of abuse and neglect at a church-run mother and baby home in Cumbria. You might remember earlier this year, an ITV News investigation revealed that 45 babies who died at St Monica's in Kendal had been buried in an unmarked grave. Among those babies was Faith Everard, who died just 12 hours after being born. Faith's brother, Bob, was watching our report and he realised that for decades their mother had been lied to by staff at the home. She'd been told her daughter had been stillborn, something she believed for the rest of her life. These disturbing allegations have now prompted an apology from the Church of England, but families are demanding justice for those who suffered at St Monica's. Our social affairs correspondent Sarah Corker has this report.
This is a photo album of my mother's family and our family going way back.
Many years.
Many years. So this is my mum with me in 1947.
Nora was in her 80s and dying from cancer when she told her family for the first time about the trauma she'd endured as a teenager. Pregnant and unmarried, she was sent away to a mother and baby home in Cumbria, a place of secrecy and suffering.
What were the words that your mum used? She just was at the table and just
Come out and said, I've got something important to tell you both. Bob, you weren't my firstborn. And I just looked back, wow. And then she told me about being raped as a young schoolgirl, gone to St Monica's at Kendal to have the baby, and the baby was stillborn, and she called it Faith.
She did say it was a cruel place to be. When you're a 14-year-old girl, being there having to scrub floors. But she was a child. She was a child.
As well as the harsh treatment of mothers at the church-run home, concerns have also been raised about the poor care of sick and premature babies. Burial records seen by ITV News show Faith wasn't stillborn. She lived for 12 hours and was then buried in an unmarked grave. New information the family only learnt after watching our previous report.
And I saw that name Faith and tears just run down my face. Especially when on the caption it said Faith, 12 hours lived.
as far as you know, your mother never saw that baby?
No.
No. I don't think she was told the truth. I think there was some terrible things went on.
Just disgusting. It really, really disgusted me. They just took it away and said that the baby's dead, you know, and that was it. They probably didn't even give her a drink or anything. Sorry.
ITV News has spent months investigating this mother and baby home, which was run by the Church of England. We've seen official documents highlighting substandard medical care and even neglect at St Monica's in the decades after the war. We found 45 babies, including Faith, died at the home, some just hours old, and are buried in a mass unmarked grave. Bob has his own personal connection to the home.
5 years later, I was born in the same place.
You were born in the same home?
Yeah. Mm. And I was premature. And I always wonder, you know.
You feel you're lucky to have survived, perhaps?
Yes.
Well, you've got to think that, haven't you?
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's really, really sad.
Visiting the cemetery in Kendal for the first time, Bob and Carol have come to remember Faith's short life.
We bought these flowers for you, Faith, from brother Bob and Carol, with love.
They still have many unanswered questions about how Faith died.
So sorry, Faith. People can be so cruel.
How does it feel being here?
Surreal. I never expected to have this sort of scenario in the later stages of our lives. Or my life. I can't hardly believe it. And if there's more babies in here.
More people should know about it. definitely.
how much of this has gone on in the UK, how much cruelty.
For over half a century, the Church of England's Diocese of Carlisle ran the home.
I don't think she was told the truth.
We showed our evidence to the acting bishop.
Watching that, what would you say to the family?
Oh gosh, I'm grateful to them for sharing that story. I can't imagine what it would have been like for Faith's mother, and for them to discover that Faith's mother was lied to. I'm really sorry that happened to them. It was wrong, and I'm really sorry that happened, because it shouldn't have happened.
Why were these babies not given a decent, dignified burial? Why were they put in an unmarked grave?
Well, I mean, it's been really distressing to hear these stories, and to hear about people who weren't cared for properly. The reality is we don't know. We don't know why.
These children were treated differently. They were less valued because they were illegitimate. Do you accept that?
Not at all. No.
Because some people have said they were actually treated, the women were treated like second-class citizens, the babies were treated like second-class babies because they were illegitimate. Is that why they're in this unmarked grave?
Again, we'd be speculating about that.
The family of another baby, Stephen Holt, who died aged 3 months at the home, are now campaigning for a permanent memorial to all those children buried here, something Bob and Carol are supporting.
And what would it mean to have a headstone, a memorial, to see her name here, her life remembered?
It'd mean a lot, an awful lot.
Absolutely amazing.
We can come and visit Faith and bring her flowers and talk to her. And I think that's good.
Yeah, my mother would be absolutely amazed.
She would, yeah.
Absolutely amazed.
The family now want justice for Faith and all the other babies here, remembering their short lives and giving them the dignity they were so cruelly denied. Sarah Corker, ITV News in Kendal.